Hi everybody, this is E from eNotesOnline.com, and this is my perspective, Black History Special on Black Wall Street.
This perspective is a real one.
In 1921, in the Greenwood District neighborhood of Tulsa, Oklahoma, stood a thriving business district featuring African-American owned businesses, a strong upper and middle class, theaters, schools, and hospitals. The bustling neighborhood was known as Black Wall Street. But in the spring of 1921, the whole neighborhood was destroyed in what can be described as a terrorist attack from the close-by white neighborhood. There was $30 million in damages, 55 to 400 people killed, and 800 people injured. The town bred jealousy from the neighboring white community because Black Wall Street had superior schools and many of the homes had indoor plumbing before the neighboring white community. There was also growing racial tension and envy with white World War I veterans returning and jobs being scarce. By 1921, the Ku Klux Klan in Tulsa had grown to 2,000 members. No one knows what sparked it, but witnesses say they heard a screaming white woman elevator operator named Sarah Page and then saw shoeshine Dick Rowland run from the building. The incident was interpreted as possible sexual assault, even though Page denied that claim to the police. But either way, the Tulsa Tribune ran a headline saying "Mad Negro for attacking white girl in an elevator," and the local police had to take Rowland into protective custody at the top floor of the Tulsa County Courthouse in an effort to protect him from possible lynching. Word spread about Rowland, and soon a white lynch mob of at least 2,000 gathered in front of the courthouse, and 30 Black World War I vets also gathered, weapons in hand, prepared to help the sheriff with the growing crowd. Soon the crowd swelled, and a scuffle ended with 10 white men and 2 black men lying dead on the street. The armed black men then started to defend Greenwood, but being outnumbered, they took to the heights of nearby buildings and residences and began shooting from above. The mob then began to set fire to the buildings and houses in the Greenwood district and refused to allow firefighters to extinguish blazes at gunpoint. Skirmishes, drive-by shooting, and outright murders occurred throughout the night as more buildings caught fire. Some of Greenwood's African-American citizens fled on foot for fear of their lives. By the next day, all that was left were ashes, bodies, and still burning neighborhoods. National Guard troops arrived, and with the declaration of martial law, the chaos came to a halt. 6,000 African-American men were rounded up by troops and released only after being vouched for by a white person or employer. The rest were jailed. However, there were no white Tulsans that were arrested or tried. To this day, this remains the single largest massacre of African-American citizens in the history of the United States. This is E from eNotesOnline.com, and this is my perspective Black History Special on Black Wall Street. And as usual, remember, E keeps notes so you don't have to. Bye.
This perspective is a real one.